For 1,500 years, the Shaolin Kung Fu monks have roamed in the shadows. Originating from the mountains of China, their training regimens, both mental and physical, consisting of Kung Fu, various forms of what they called hardening training, conditioning, and meditations, is considered one of the most intense and demanding in the world.
You will have some pain you have not had before in this lifetime.
Thomas in this much pain ever before.
There is a master who runs a Shaolin temple in Europe, training and pushing people to their limits. As we explore the boundaries of our own limits, push ourselves beyond what we think is possible, and dive deep into the world of fascinating humans with extraordinary destinies, we're back for another chapter. Embracing more discomfort since, well, I guess since we slammed into sumo rikishis.
What's up, girl?
At the end of last year, we promised that we'd be taking 3 subscribers who supported us through our clothing Seek Discomfort on an adventure, and today, it's finally happening.
We have an adventure for us all in Germany coming up, and we will not tell you what it is. So this will be the spontaneous part of you that will have to be open to the adventure and join us.
Yeah, my heart rate is very fast right now.
Hey, so good to see you.
Oh my god, that's it. Wow.
All three of us have one.
All three of us. Oh my god.
We've been talking
We're
every
used to
single
it.
day since February.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like I was meeting strangers. It felt like I was meeting friends.
But it hasn't always been easy to find the right experience for a larger group to go on together until now.
Okay, we pulled into a random town. This is not even our final destination, but I feel like we have to tell you where we're going before we get there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've flown from 3 corners of the world for an adventure that is very unexpected. I guess a good way to start this is we've been fascinated by kind of superhumans, you know, people that just have tapped into a deeper source of their human capacity, just physically and mentally. A few weeks ago, we were able to get in touch with a Shaolin master. They've invited us to their temple, and we're gonna spend 3 to 4 days there.
Oh my god.
We don't have to shave our heads, right? No.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
How do you feel stepping into the unknown, dude?
Well, most of my life I feel like I step into the unknown because with my Asperger's that I have, I struggle in most social situations. So I like always have to seek discomfort when I talk.
You're an inspiration, Luke, for all of us in this car and many beyond that as well.
This feels like a secret layer of a Kung Fu temple.
What the hell are we doing? May the adventure begin. So peaceful here. Oh, hello, man.
How are you?
Nice to meet you. Hello.
Master Heng-Yi has become known around the world in recent years, spreading the Shaolin philosophy. Living in Europe, his dual perspective has helped him build a bridge between Eastern and Western culture.
Welcome to our monastery. We are just preparing for a Saturday big event where quite a lot of international guests also come, and so this is just one of our ways, give them insight, you know, because sometimes people don't know what is this Shaolin about, so therefore really good that you're here.
I think there's a lot of myths, I feel, around Shaolin, and there's a gap there, and I think that gap will be interesting to bridge together.
It's nice to have some legends, to have some myths, but sometimes if it's too inspiring and it has no relevance, which is like, let's say, grounded to the earth, grounded to the normal person, how can a normal person use all of this knowledge? So therefore exactly this middle gap, to make all this knowledge somehow be able to understood.
Yeah, so we're excited.
Yeah, man, nice to meet
Let's
you.
get you something to
Yeah.
drink, eat, and your room first.
Thank you.
As we just strolled into this very peaceful temple, it felt like the calm before the storm. We moved into our new home, and for the next 4 days, we were going to get immersed into the world of the Shaolin Kung Fu. Although the extent of what we were about to experience wasn't entirely clear when we first arrived, all we knew was that we were going to be put through a series of physical and mental challenges while being blessed with the wisdom of the master. And at the very end, to witness what over 30 years of strength, hardening, and mental training can do, on our last day, we were going to get to see with our very own eyes the master attempt to break bricks with his bare hands.
You already have so much documentaries about the teachings, which of course I give you too.
Yeah.
But what I would really like to put a little bit in the focus, let's say, is why we do this stuff. To connect people, to have different nationalities. This Saturday event, for example, it's all about this. It's about building that community. This is the main focus about it.
The more integrated we can be, the better.
Then you do some daily work with us.
Yeah.
And then later I'll give you some introduction to the martial art aspect. You're gonna get a glimpse into everything.
All ready to work, guys?
Yes.
Is this like actually like in the Kung Fu movies where, you know, you come and you want to learn and like they make you mop the floor instead? 'Cause I feel like we're living the stereotype of what happens when you try to learn Kung Fu. They're like, first, you must clean.
In this lifetime, you're gonna encounter moments that are feeling to you like it's suffering. And so the ultimate question was, how can we, despite all of these challenges, still find a way to keep this satisfaction about living a life? And this is actually what the Buddhist teachings are dealing with, is that the development of understanding and insight is now not just by the book knowledge, by the scholarship knowledge, not just by the sitting meditation, but actually it is possible by the everyday tasks that you are doing. It can be martial art training, it can be cooking, it can be the simple walking, it can be just standing, because it's all a question of what is going on in your mind while you are walking through this lifetime. And so this combination between martial art, meditation, and Buddhism at the core, this is what Shaolin nowadays is very, very much unique for.
Good work. Good work, we did it.
A core part of our message is Seek Discomfort, which is showing people the value of going towards some of the things that are challenging and exploring why there may be discomfort there. We have an opportunity by being here to learn how to even understand our own message further. Wow, look at us, just sleeping in a Shaolin temple. The only problem is we still have Staffan here.
I'm calling the anti-bully organization again. Hello. Hello. Yes, we have another report to call in.
You can call HR.
Okay, I'm calling HR. Hello, HR.
Hello?
We have a problem here. There's a Thomas Bragg who he's been bullying everyone here.
Let him do whatever he wants.
Okay. HR is not listening.
On that note, we'll see you tomorrow.
Hello, my friends. Quick intermission. One of the biggest discomforts that we face in our life is tuning in within ourselves. And that is one of the core principles of the Shaolin monks. But it is also something that can be very difficult to do on your own. And for that reason, over the last few years, I've also turned to therapy to help me go deeper and understand myself at a level of depth that I wasn't able to on my own. Which is why I'm very happy to introduce today's sponsor, BetterHelp. Regardless if you have a clinical mental health issue like depression or anxiety, or if you're just a human who lives in the world who has fears or is going through a hard time, therapy can give you tools to approach your life in a very different way. The problem here is that finding a good therapist is not an easy thing, especially if you live in a small town or if there aren't many options in your area. But BetterHelp is changing this completely. It's an online platform, it's remote, and by filling out a few questions, you'll get matched to a professional therapist. And one of the best parts is, if you don't really fit with that therapist, which is a common thing, you can easily switch to a new one for free without stressing about insurance, who's in your network, or anything else like that. Get 10% off your very first month at betterhelp.com/yestheory or click the link in the description below. Okay, thank you for listening, and now back to our story.
Meditate for an hour. If you could control an hour of everybody's time, what do you think you'd want to assign for people?
Everybody wake up 1 hour earlier in time, and that very, very first hour of waking up, spend time with yourself.
Can you meditate for 1 hour? What they say in the teaching is to stay still and to observe the breathing.
So look inside yourself. How is your heart rate? Do you feel any tension inside of the body? And afterwards, the day can come where you now start to engage with other people. But before that, you must know who is it that is engaging with the rest now.
Maybe if you want to share something or have any questions about what we just practice?
I think it's hard to empty your mind and really focus on your breath. I was starting to think I had to remind myself to focus on my breath.
Big misunderstanding about what meditation is. It's never about shutting down the thought. It's just being able to bring your consciousness, your attention somewhere else.
It's time. I have no idea what we're getting ourselves into now. Let's get to know yourself better. This is what the martial arts is dealing with. Getting to know your body, getting to know what means structure, getting to know what means energy.
Just unofficially decided to take the cameraman job so that I don't have to seek too much discomfort this morning.
Feel it, it's okay.
I'm gonna throw up. Okay, need some water. Luke was feeling a bit ill. He's flown in from Australia. We just ate breakfast and he got thrown into pretty intense training, and I think his body was not happy with that. I'm gonna tune back in and see how the others are doing.
Stay. You're gonna have to do this again if you don't stay all the time. 5, 8, 2, 1, 2.
That was warm-up. This is not even the martial arts training yet.
We all have body and mind. It's just not everybody has this strong connection. Who has this strong connection? Martial artists have this strong connection.
Come, get ready.
It's like yin and yang. There's not just one side. It's both. And 1. Go back. 2. 3.
4. Turn the body. Now this comes.
People who have spent many years dealing with the body and of training the body and then understanding that there is a relationship between body and mind.
Plank for 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
So breathe, meditate.
Up.
We gotta finish what we start.
Go. You have to help. And jump. Yes.
9, 10, 10, 9, 2, 3, 4, and pump.
This is where it comes to the conditioning training. And now the question to you is if you want to go through this conditioning training or not. I would say it takes maximum 20 minutes.
What does it entail?
You will have some pain you have not had before in this lifetime.
It's a pain you never ever had before.
I feel like I could probably try, and if I really feel that I can't, I'll stop.
Same.
But we can always listen to our body and stop if there's anything, right? I want to push myself to the maximum, but
If you say yes now, you go through the 20 minutes, no matter what. There's no stopping in between. That's the deal.
Are we gonna die? Like, he made it sound like we're gonna die.
All right. We give you some medicine on your arms right now. My forearms feel weak. We start with your left arm. So the right hand just holds this first, and with the left arm, one bone. Yeah. From here you go. .36. Yeah, that is the first one. That was the outside bone. Then afterwards you just hold it straight. Then you take the inside one. Whenever the mind starts to drift away. Oh, I can't do this anymore, it's so painful. When will it stop, or what did I put myself into? Just breathe and let go. Left arm, then the same right arm. Right, the bone, yeah, right. So you just hit. Let it fall. Okay, give massage. From here we go 1. Then you move it up 2. And then we drop just down 3. It's going to be 9 times the right side, 9 times the left. 1. 2. 5. 9. 'Final time, I will count until 18. So that means 18 times right side, 18 times left side. Prepare, the pain's gonna come. While the pain comes, figure out the way. What can you still do? Everything is allowed except for giving up. Okay, 18 times. 1. 2. 11. 15. 16. Last. Medicine.
Enough. Oh.
Finished for right now. Take a break, drink something, relax, and think about what happened.
Are you okay, man?
No, I'm not okay.
Push through it all, man.
Buddhism is a way to, let's say, reduce your personal suffering. But how are you going to reduce it? This type of exercise is becoming less, and sooner or later it's not even appearing anymore because you have went through it already. Let's just imagine every day you are making this training for the next year. Every day you are facing like this same challenge of the mind. But sooner or later you will find a way, and then you just do it.
Never experienced pain like that.
Me neither. Damn, that was so hard. Holy shit. That felt like spiritual.
Every hit hurt so much.
I felt other pain, like really letting go of other pain. Like it was so physically painful. I've never been hit on a bone like that repeatedly. I thought I was gonna faint.
When we go through life, we're like, it's inevitable that we're gonna experience challenges and suffering. We just don't know in what form. And I feel like sometimes when we do sports or when we do just like any sort of challenge for ourselves, it's in a way like practice for those moments. And this was an extreme version of that, I think. But I think in a way it ends up teaching us that like next time we face a challenge, you know, it's the breathing that we go back to. It's like in a way equipping us to when we face these challenges in life. It's like our mental practice.
Yeah. My forearms are swollen. Oh shit. I've never been in that much pain in my whole life.
Can I see your arms?
Yeah.
Oh my god. You have battle wounds. Look at that.
Scars.
It is like a spiritual moment where you like actually just, okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna feel this pain, but it continues. What he said at the beginning, okay, if you start, you have to finish, was so necessary. Because otherwise, I don't think any single one of us would have finished if we had the option to get out.
Today, it was finally time for the festival that the temple had been preparing for the entire time we were there. After spending a few days learning the ways of the Shaolin monks, we would now get to see the full potential of their skills.
Wait! Wait!
With the Kung Fu demonstrations out of the way, it was now time for the main event, where we would see the Shaolin masters performing superhuman feats.
Many times when any film crew or something comes to us, they always want to see the acrobatic, the flying, the explosive, the attractive things for the eye. And for us, we always say it just demonstrates nothing. What is really the difficult part is when you would have to film every day the same stuff that we would be practicing, because it is standing for repetition. Every day you make the same boring stuff, and this is the reason why you are then attaining insight, because in order to get insight, to look deeper into something, you must spend more time with that thing. And this means, why are we sometimes calling people masters? Because more than anybody else, these people are spending their lifetime, their training, their mind, their focus, their concentration into something where other people say, yeah, why should I do this? I train for insight because I realize that it is just something that gives you for yourself, first of all. It gives you something in your hands where you realize, even if there's so many people in this world are existing and the politics are deciding like this and like that, but there's something which is really only dependent on you. And so you can use it as something to really find out who you are. Are you such a strong person that you think you are? Okay, then prove it. Prove it to yourself and do the same stuff over and over again. And it also means you can let other people have their opinions. And at the same time, it also means you don't need to listen to other people's opinions. And both of these things gives you a certain amount of peace. It's not just the Shaolin way which gives you wisdom and insight. It's every way. You can play football, you can go swimming, you can build businesses, you can do whatever you want to stay with it and walk with it, with the ups and with the downs, but still stay along this road. Don't lose the goal. And then when you have started to understand yourself on a very deep level, now you're gonna find the answer.